hell?
Guys, come look at this. We got a hot tub.
I want to toast to the good time.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Daily Review, episode number 306. My name is Aaron Fenn. Before I get into my movie review today, I just wanted to give two quick little updates. One of them is that this beautiful wall right behind me is going to look incredibly different in a couple days. I'm getting a DVD shelf put in over there, so it should be up by Tuesday, so you're going to see all of my obsessive compulsive buying habits that I have with DVDs. Speaking of obsessive compulsive, that Hollywood video that I told you about in a video a couple times back, they're really going out of business. I think they're going to be closing down in about 3 days. So they're literally selling movies for 98 cents. And I wanted to go through, I bought 10, so it costs $9.10. Really quick for you. I got The Brothers Bloom, 98 cents. The Informers, 98 cents. Broadway Danny Rose, Woody Allen movie, 98 cents. Special, which is a film with Michael Rapaport, and I think I reviewed it at like episode 115. I'm not sure how good my memory is, but it's a pretty awesome little movie, so you should check that one out if you haven't seen it. Bubble, which is a Steven Soderbergh film. Snow Angels with Kate Beckinsale and the great Sam Rockwell, so underrated. Wreck, which is a movie I have not seen, but I've heard a lot of things about it. It's kind of a zombie film meets Cloverfield is what I've heard. Il Divo, also another movie I have not seen, but I've read and heard a lot of stuff comparing it to The Godfather and Francis Ford Coppola and Martin Scorsese, which I'm all for. And Milwaukee, Minnesota, which is a very small film, but I've heard a lot of stuff about it, comparing it to the Coen brothers and Fargo, and anytime anything gets compared to the Coen brothers, I'm all for it, and for 98 cents, why not? But the film review that I'm going to be doing for you guys today is for Hot Tub Time Machine. Hot Tub Time Machine is directed by Steve Pink, and it stars John Cusack, Rob Corddry, Craig Robinson, and Clark Duke, a few supporting parts from Chevy Chase and Crispin Glover. And Hot Tub Time Machine is about these four friends. Well, really it's about two friends, a guy that's an asshole, and one of their nephews, John Cusack's nephew, which is Clark Duke. And they kind of go on this weekend retreat to their old stomping grounds, I guess you would say, up in the mountains. And it's like a hotel, and they're like, we're going to party, we're going to have a good time. Turns out that in about 25 years, that the place that they used to go all the time has kind of died down, and not much is happening over there. They hop in their hot tub, like, hey, why not, let's jump in the hot tub. And it sends them back in time to 1986. And they have to figure out, A, how to get back to the future, and B, how not to mess up what they're already doing, so the future comes out the same. Hot Tub Time Machine, I mean, with a title like that, a lot of people were saying this is like one of the best titles ever. But I heard that first title, and I saw the trailer, and I thought it looked okay. And I thought this could be a really bad movie. And I'm happy to report that Hot Tub Time Machine is probably the funniest movie that I have seen since The Hangover. I think it delivers immensely on laughs and one-liners and raunchy and vulgar crude jokes that land all the time. I think the best strength about Hot Tub Time Machine is Rob Corddry. I think basically every scene that he's in, he is absolutely hysterical in. His introduction scene where he basically enters the garage in his car and he's doing about 15 miles an hour and he runs into everything. And he's like, oh man, and you think he's talking about hitting everything. But he hears Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue coming on the radio, so he starts rocking out to that in the car. I dug that so much. I think basically all the performances, though, are pretty incredible. I think Craig Robinson does a good job. He does a rendition of a song. I'm not going to spoil it, but by the end of the film, he does this song at the end that is absolutely perfect. It's the best use of that song I've ever seen in a movie. Clark Duke, who I think is so underrated, he was on the web series Clark and Michael with Michael Cera, and Michael Cera kind of blew up and he kind of didn't. He's really good in this movie. He plays the dork and the nerd really well that writes Stargate fan fiction and spends all his time on Second Life, and it's all very, very funny. There are a lot of crude and absolutely vulgar jokes in this movie, and I think most of them land very well. There's one involving soap, that's all I'm going to say, that is absolutely hilarious, and I'm surprised it even got past the MPAA. There's the typical stupid type of humor. There's the dick and fart jokes, and there's urine and feces and vomit and all that sort of stuff. But I think what makes Hot Tub Time Machine so well is that it balances this stupid sort of humor with really smart, witty, clever dialogue and clever things that are input in the movie. I mean, one of the things that it asks that probably anybody would ask if they went back in time is, what if you could change your future? And also, going back in time knowing what you know now, how much money could you possibly make from all this gambling sort of stuff? So it kind of toys with that sort of thing, and it leads to a very, very funny conclusion involving Lou. I really loved Hot Tub Time Machine. I mean, it does have its little nitpicky flaws of, you know, it might be a little too predictable, there might be a little too many cheesy moments at the end, there is a love interest with John Cusack that feels a little kind of forced in there, but I didn't really mind them all that much, and I think if you're looking for a good, solid, fun time at the movies, Hot Tub Time Machine pretty much delivers all of that. I give Hot Tub Time Machine, how many times have I said that in this review? I give Hot Tub Time Machine 4 out of 5. Check it out. I think it's absolutely hilarious. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with another one for you.